GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
It's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G. But keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning gang, be the issue. And take your friends and them can and all come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the chosen haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10 we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly in all caps,
It's your boy Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself and that good GMG. Good Morning Gang, listen to me, yeah. Good morning, good morning. Listen, I know I came in at a late time. I apologize. I fell asleep last night and forgot to turn my ringer and everything back up from the interview I did last night. If you missed it, I did an interview with the young lady, Brittany King, last night. It's on this channel under the Tap In or whatever the case may be, the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks. So if you did not get a chance to see it last night as it aired, go back and check out that replay if you would, if you could. You feel me? But good morning. Before I move any forward, go any further, and give y'all the roll call, allow me to put the warning in the thing.
Warning, warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. That part.
Giggity yerp, giggity yerp, giggity yerp, giggity yerp, giggity yerp. It's roll call time. Ooh, who we got in the building, huh? Polo Dolo riding solo from that Kansas City way. Can y'all hear me clearly now? I turned the volume up on the MIC. Do y'all pause? No Diddy. Can y'all hear me clearly now? Polo Dolo riding solo from that Kansas City way. Des and D, super, what's up? Part of that HR team. Sexy Sugar Mama, she's in the building. Peep Scheme, Wagwan Brethren. Huh? Who else we got in here? Young Drez, that's what she said. He's in the building, GMG. Connie Baptiste, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Lady Cosanita, she's in the building. Good morning to ye. Tanico, I see you in the building. Good morning to ye. Who else? Crack Baby, Trick Baby, Crack Baby is in the building. CBS is in the building, huh? I see you. Let me turn the volume down over here on the Yeah, there we go. Boom. I was getting the feedback in my ear. Who else we got in the building, huh? QV, she's in the place to be. Good morning to ye from away across the pond, mate, in Australia. Good morning over here, at least. Good morning over here. You know? Let's see. Just Life, what's goody like the mob? Good to see you in here, huh? You said turn it up. The sound is so much better now. I appreciate that. DC Mumbo Sauce. The Uptown homie Frank Murphy is in the building. Good morning to ye. 20 Bandana, whoop, what's good like the mob? I see you. Who else is in the building, huh? The sound is very low still. Y'all can't hear me? Oh, woo, 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 woo. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Listen, microphone check. 1, 2, what is this? Can y'all hear me now? Am I with the business? It's Friday morning. I done had my yawning, then got on up. Now I'm ready to turn on up. Still very low. Is that better? Is that better? Woo, 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 woo. All right, good. Look, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes. We got a wonderful day today. Today is the 24th day of July 2026. And it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. You made it. Some folks, unfortunately, didn't get to make it to open their eyes this morning. Some folks ain't make it to be able to use their extremities this morning. Some people woke up without their mental capacities. So you better feel blessed and highly favored because you're here. One more day to get it right. You feel me? So make sure you having at it in the most positive, productive way, and hopefully pursuing your passions, but more importantly, your purposes. But while you having that today, Friday, I hope that you make today the best day ever. But while you at it, plan, plot, and strategize that if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, you make it an even better day than the day. That pirate. Understand this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, do me the honor and a favor. Share this situation with your friends and associates, buddies, hell, haters and trolls too. 1 to 7 of them. Don't spam nobody's list. Just about 1 to 7 of your friends. You know what I'm talking about? And reposting, resharing all the things so we can get off in the algorithm, huh? And for those that are tapping in from other areas, IG, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter's Kick, and the Twitch, y'all come on over here and holler at your boy, huh? Listen, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. Man, Phil, I know you don't mind taking your stripes and your licks. Pause. But you gonna turn, what the hell are you talking about, Frank Murphy? Look, pause. No Diddy. No Diddy. But let me say this. Let me say this though. I apologize. I forgot to turn my volume up since last night when I did my interview or whatever the case may be. So when I turned the phone down last night, I was knocked out. And something, you know how you get woke up out your sleep? Something woke me up like, no, go get your ass up. So I got up and I tapped my phone, which was on the charger, so the screen would wake up. And I said, oh, shit, it was like 8 o'clock. It said 8 o'clock on the dot. And I'm in my drop sack, gone to sleep. Pause. No Diddy. So I had to get on up. Remember I used to use that for the morning show. Get on up. Everybody just get on up. So I had to hurry up, get up, try to, you know what I'm saying, try to splash the water upon my face. Get the, you know what I'm talking about? A little bagalization under the eyes. I had to try to get that right, you know. But still I rise and still I rise. Letting y'all know that I'm here for you all. Even though I'm here at 9 o'clock as opposed to 8 o'clock, I just wanted y'all to know that the consistency is consistent with it. You feel me? That part. I'm talking about you being on the trail for the 50 on trial. Man, I ain't worried about that. Understand me. Hey, Frank Murphy, I'm truly the Teflon Don. You feel me? I'm truly the Teflon Don, the untouchable one. When they think they got me boxed in, you know what I'm saying? When they think they got me up against the rope and they, you know what I'm talking about, throwing them things or whatever, and then oops, stuff dropping on my thing. Yakum hit him with that uppercut, and then hook off the jab, and then they go down for the count. They be like, damn, I had counted Big Phil out, huh? I told him to stop listening to New Editions. Count me out, because you can never count Phil out, never. Understand that one, huh? Charlie Hustle, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen, this first video, ladies and gentlemen, I saw, and I titled this, shout out to Queen and G Blizzle. Make sure y'all support their merch line and the t-shirts. I know you lying. I titled this one, I know you effing lying. And I know it's AI, but the look of it, the audacity of it, but the reality of what's really out there and really what's coming should be an eye opener. But I know you effing lying. What am I talking about? This Bama shiggity I seen, huh? Ain't no way in hell. Now you know what you know. Ain't no way that little ass front. I ain't gonna say that because they might got some technology where they got some super brakes up under that joint. But I don't see anywhere physically under physics where that truck could stop by having that little piece of a piece of thing up front and that whole big ass 55 or 50 however long trailer on the back end with all the stuff that might be in the back of that joint that it's gonna stop when brakes need to happen or whatever. And I know that's AI. Marcus Bond was goody like the mob. I know that's AI, but there are autonomous trucks. And you say, Phil, what the hell is autonomous? Meaning that it's being self-driven or driven by remote. There is no driver driving the tractor or trailer truck. They got them out there and rolling out more and more in capacity. They got self-driven taxis and whatever the case may be. Soon to come to Uber and Lyft. So all you Uber and Lyft drivers trying to make a little change off Uber and Lyft, get your money on and then put it into something else to further your employment. Because guess what? These Bammers is trying to get us out the way, huh? Just like robotics in the factories and the Amazons and other factories. You better understand what's happening and get with the times and understand something. They want you out of the way so they can cut back on costs and whatever the case may be. They ain't got to pay no damn robots, no damn no unemployment. They ain't got to pay no robots, no damn medical and dental coverage. They ain't got to give no robots no time off, no PTO, no vacation time or whatever. They ain't got to give them no bonuses and increase in pay at no time, huh? They want to get things back to slavery time, but hell, they could have robots working for free. They ain't got the house, shelter, nor feed a robot. They might have pour a little quick, a little oil into the robot here and there, or whatever the case may be. Update the firmware, whatever the case may be, but they ain't got to pay them. Y'all better be mindful of that. Hey, sis, I see you over there on the good IG. You know I'm over on the good YouTube, huh? Good morning to ye. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. Good morning to ye. Marcus Bond said that's a reefer trailer, refrigerator trailer. Well, not with that front though. Not with that front. I'm talking about the front. Forget the trailer. Forget what the trailer's doing. Whether it's refrigerated or unrefrigerated. Y'all still can barely hear me. I said to get on up. Ooh-wee. Y'all can barely hear me. Turn your computers up. Turn your monitors up. Turn that. Especially warehouse jobs. 5 or 10 years, people won't be working in warehousing. Listen, huh? Listen, hey, it's different out here. It's definitely different out here. I'm gonna say that much. It is definitely different out here. I got a lot of interesting things to talk about, and I'm still uploading as I speak, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still uploading as I speak. There's a lot that I want to bring to your attention or whatever the case may be. It's a lot that I want to bring to your attention. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I got the ahs. Make sure I got what I wanted. Make sure I got what I needed. Hold on, let me Boom. If you want it, baby, you should have it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know one thing. I want to know one thing for sure about 7 things for certain, right? In this day and age where couples are trying to find their way back to love and to do interesting things. I know this is in Feel the Love Fridays, which is tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're there or be square. You feel me? However, and for those that are just tuning in and don't know what Feel the Love Fridays is where we have grown folks conversation about love, sex, marriage, dating, courting, intimacy, relationship, all the things. It's very grown, very sexy, very spicy, and sometimes salacious. You hear me? Make sure you tap in. But this one right here, in the world where couples are getting into each other, hopefully, and some are even doing content or whatever the case may be. I want to know, would you do this with your boo-boo bun thing with your spouse? Hopefully significant other? Would you do this content? I thought it was rather cute and funny or whatever the case may be. I would love to do this with, whomever, whoever starts to love Big Phil, I'll always love Big Phil up. Listen, when I get my special one, gotta be a special lady and a very exciting girl. Listen, when I get my special boo-boo bun thing or a significant other, I hope we could do some content like this. You like, what you talking about, Big Phil? Watch this.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Today I'm finna try this this viral cake, no bun cake. It's been going viral all over TikTok. It's the cinnamon jam. We're gonna try it out, and we're gonna see what it's hitting like. So first we're gonna open it up. Okay, yeah, we're gonna open it up. We're gonna get that plastic out there, yeah. We're gonna pop this sucker right on over. We're gonna pop it up. We're gonna pop it up real nice. Bursting with cinnamon flavor. Oh my god. Let me take a snip. Let me take a snip. Let me take a snip. Let me take a snip of it. Oh, it smells something. Hold on. Okay. I'm diving into it. Tastes real good. It tastes real good. It's like, I'm giving it a nice, I'm getting most of it. I'm getting most of it. I'm good. Yeah, I'm getting most of it. I'm getting most of the cream. I need to get some more cake. I need more cake. I'm gonna try and get more cake. I'm gonna get more cake. There you go. Get there. Not get the fluff.
It's the hands for me. Pause. No Diddy. Pause. No Diddy. It's the hands for me. You hear me? Thank you. Hey, sis, how you doing? What's goody like the mob, huh? What's goody like the mob? Appreciate you for tapping in and tuning in. One day I got to have her up here. Now, for those that don't know, this is not my biological sister, but we've been sister and brother since junior high school. Only girl I know that was I forget what degree black belt at a young age. Taekwondo, sis, huh? But tell them I was a little nice with mine back there. Sis, they don't know. Now, would y'all do content like that? Would y'all do content? My 14-year-old and I do this. I'm brown. He's your color, Phil, so it looks funny. You should post it, Keisha Hall. You should post it. I don't know, because I know this your alias. I know, so I don't know what your real page is, Keisha Hall. But you should definitely post it. If y'all do that content, you should definitely put it out there, because I think it'd be dope to see or whatever. I love when couples interact with couple challenges. That part, Q.V., yeah. Yeah, third degree. That's right, third degree. I remember that picture, Tookie. I remember that picture with that leg up, sitting up there like that. I remember that. You in the Smithsonian? Listen. They think, hey, sis, they think I'm lying when I said I used to be in martial arts and all that. They think I be telling stories. They think I telling them stories. They don't know that I'm telling it like it. T.I. is Dennis Brown, Shaolin Wushu. Yeah. Salute, Tookie. Angie, good morning to ye. Listen, who else is in here? Da-da-da-da. Okay, let's get ready for this convo. Excuse me. Thank you, sis. They swear because I got a little chubby wobby that I done missed the beat or lost the step or something. They don't know the hands is hella good. Sorry, let me stop. I ain't got no hands, y'all. Pause. The hands is just what they for to massage and rub and what I'm talking about. Put them on a gotta be a special lady and a very exciting girl. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it pushing, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, speaking of couples, right? I don't know if y'all know, I've been speaking to a special lady or whatever the case may be, and she was in the grips of my hands. She was right here. She was loving on me, just loving me tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Big Phil, let me rub on your tummy. Oh, girl. Hold up, go on why you at it, you know. But listen, she was like, Big Phil, it's just something about you, just something about you. And then all of a sudden, in the midst of all the revelry and joy of getting to know each other, she flipped the script on me and started, I don't, complaining about every damn thing and acting weird and all the things. So I'm like, what the hell happened? What did Big Phil do? What did I do? What did I do? Woo woo. I was like, damn, I started going home in my whip. I'm rolling down this lonely highway, asking God to please forgive me. I'm like, what the hell done went the hell wrong? But then I realized, I got into my Sagittarius bag. And where the hell is it at? I went into my Sagittarius bag and went into my little, my fly guy private eye mode, and I found out the reason was a whole nother Bama. She started cheating on me with this dude. She started cheating, and I'm putting this alert out here. Yeah. I'm putting this alert out here because fellas, I want you to be on the alert. If you see this Bama around your ladies, just know it's probably already too late because the Bama got sniping skills on 4,000. He got to snipe them 7 million with the big info, the scope that see through everything. You know what I'm talking about? So your woman ain't safe around this Bama. I'm hurt. Y'all like, who is this? Who is this Knuckle Phil? Let's go get at him. This him right here.
Rent to
Now, if a woman ever leave me, I'm joking. I'm joking. But if a woman ever leave me for a Bama that look like that ever, she deserved to be wherever she at with whoever. You feel me? If a woman leave me for a Bama like that, and no disrespect to Slim, I guess he think his style, his gangsterism and swag is on 1,000. But if a woman leave me for somebody that look like that, fellas, if your lady leave for a man that look like that, man, you shouldn't even be angry. You should laugh her ass right on up out your life. Go on and just chuckle and giggle and have at it. Laugh her ass the hell on up out of your life. Cause ain't nowhere in hell. Listen, to each his own. Some of y'all say y'all like a little thug. Some of y'all say y'all like a little rough on the edges type individual. Okay, to each his own. You like it? I guess I love it, huh? He tatted the frame around, make Charlie hustle. What kind of Bama ass ish or whatever the case may be? Nah, that's not Ink, Keisha Hall. Nah, shout out to the homie Ink. Nah, that's not Ink. Nah, that's not Ink. Shout out to my homie Ink. Nah, this Bama here take the cake. And he swear he him too. I seen other footage of him. The Bama swear he is him. Not only does he got the LV like bandana tattooed across that big ass forehead, but he got LV frames tattooed on his face. Louis frames Look, Louis Vuitton need to sue that Bama. The Louis Vuitton, the LVMH brand need to sue the hell out this Bama for definitely misrepresenting their brand and making their brand look like some woody poo. You hear me? But yeah, fellas, listen, ain't no need to get jealous. If your woman leave you for a man, for a dude look like that, you better laugh her ass right on up out of it. Oh yeah? That's who you are? Get your ass the hell on up. Matter of fact, let me help you get your purse and get to the door. Huh? Go on about your business, boo-boo. Go on about your business. But yeah, to that lady, I know you watching. This is what you wanted over Big Phil? Over Timothy Jones? That's what you wanted? Tatted up Cletus? That's what you wanted? You wanted tatted up Cletus over Big Phil Speaks? Have at it. Have at it. Listen, I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to keep it moving and motivating. You hear me? I'm going to keep it pushing and motivating. This next story is a wonderful story. Shout out to the father, shout out to the dads, whether we got it all together or just trying to figure it out. This dad here deserves an award for the extra steps he done went to make sure his daughter looking good on this show. Huh? Shout out to the father, shout out to the mothers too, because without the mothers there would be no babies. I love the women, I love the mothers, but in this one we giving a shout out to the dad. Y'all will see in a minute. Give him his flowers. Matter of fact, give him a cigar, son. Pause. No diddy. Oh. Oh. Listen. Listen. Yeah, baby. Yeah. This is my love. Hey. Hey, Monique Ruffin, good morning to ye. Man, this one touched me because it reminded me when all three of my daughters were little babies, man, when they were little wee peoples. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know I'm a sentimental brother. And to see stuff like that just remind me of when my daughters were not even about tall as my damn kneecap or whatever the case may be. Oh, those were the days. What happened? Can we go back and turn back the hands of time and get those days back if we could? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. I love the way he loves his daughter. That part, Monique Ruffin, that part. You said my clothes fell off. What the hell you got going over there, Monique? What? Those type of moments are the highlights of life. Charlie Hustle, that part. That part, and you can't get them back, man. Listen, I wish I could. Back to a day. I remember when my kids all fit in with their heads in my hand and they would lay on my forearm and I could hold them like this and oh man, oh man. Flipperacci, I feel you on the flashback moments. I feel you. What happened to the days? You hear me now? They big and big headed and all the things. Grown, two of them and all the things. Rich, hey, what's goody like the mob? CLBCNY in the building. Kudos to that dad, and dad's like a man. Lord, I saw that man. It just took me back down memory lane. That I was just thinking, I was about to sing that next, Rich. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish they were some kids again. Huh? Listen. Time keeps on slipping, ladies and gentlemen. Love your peoples while you can. Love on your babies. Love on your loved ones, your spouse, your boo-boo bun thing, your parents, your good friends, and people that you've grown relationships with. Grown relationships with. Love on these individuals because they are not promised to be here tomorrow, nor are you. And one thing you don't want to be left with is the regret of not telling those people that you care about and love how you feel about them, huh? Tomorrow's not promised to no man nor woman. So make sure you pick up a phone or text or type or FaceTime or video chat with somebody. Let them know how you feel about them, huh? Let them know how you feel about them, because tomorrow is not promised to no man or no woman, or whatever the case may be. Moving on with the moving on. Your weeples, that part right there, huh? Have we been wearing earbuds wrong? Hold on, let me fix this. What the hell? What the hell again? Catch me with the pelican. Have we been wearing earbuds all wrong? And would you wear your earbuds like this? Hold on, let me fix this picture, because this picture is just discombobulated. Can't have it looking like a that. I've seen other people do this, but I would think that it would smother the microphone if you wore it like this. But are we wearing our earbuds wrong? And tell me, would you wear your earbuds just like this? Would you wear your earbuds upside down and round, upside down? You know they're turning just like Indeed. You feel me, man? Listen, tell people to like this page. Algorithms. Yes, sis. Thank you, Tookie. Yes. The algorithms. The algorithms. You know me. Listen, I know y'all got love for your boy. I know y'all got love for your boy, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. But on top of that, I got a lot of love to go around. So, yeah, I'm talking about put me in the algorithm. Y'all know I want a menage with the algorithm, huh? You ain't got to be jealous. Pause, fellas, pause. You ain't got to be jealous. I just want a menage with the algorithm, just a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Those days go by too quickly. That's a fact of mundo. That's a fact of mundo. If it's stay in, yes, Angie, if what stay in is staying where? What are you talking? Huh? It's Friday, I get it, but this the morning show. Not feel the love is what stay in. What? I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that be what it be. I'm going to let it be what it be. I'm going to keep it pushing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in a good mood, good spirits, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of these topics are upbeat, lovable, smileable, and all the things. But there's a couple of topics we gonna get down to it. We gonna get down to it. Pause. No diddy. We are gonna get down to it. I know, Angie. I'm just messing with you. She said the earbud, Phil. Definitely. I know. I'm just making light. Just making light. Listen, as I get a little bit more serious with the situation, I got a question. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave that for a second. Here's a video. Here's a video of a brother breaking down Dr. Cheyenne Bryant and the recent video that she put up of her trying on. I don't know if she means a new cap and gown or her cap and gown from her time in school. Allegedly, it's the cap and gown from when she was in school or whatever the case may be. But this brother is debunking that. Now, my question to you is, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant serious about all this, or is she punking all of us with all the bullshitteries that she having that? No, nah, the earbuds don't work properly upside down. I didn't think so, CLBCNY. I didn't think so. Do you think Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is punking us with all her shenanigans, accolades that she mentioned, that us people are saying, girl, you lying. Allegedly, you want to know what I'm talking about? Check this out, huh? Would you?
Earlier today, somebody sent me this video. This is a video of a woman named Cheyenne Bryant who has been saying she's had a doctorate, or actually doctorate, for many, many years and grifting the community while working as a doctoral level mental health professional. Turns out it is very likely that she does not have that credential and has never been able to produce proof that she has that. And then today, she posted a video of herself putting on a cap and gown. I tried to ignore this all day, but then I found something. So I want you to watch this video and then stick around because I'm going to show you the most interesting thing that I found after watching this.
Is this my camera? Oh, this is my camera? Oh, this is my camera?
That exact same cap and gown that you see her putting on that video can be purchased on Amazon for $120. The exact same thing. I have no idea why Cheyenne Bryant is doing this and grifting on the public, pretending to be a mental health expert with a certain level of credentials that she allegedly does not have. It's clear to me that this bothers her, or she wouldn't keep bringing this up. And if you want people to believe that you actually do have a doctorate degree, produce the transcript, produce the degree, produce people that were in your graduating class, or even people that attended your graduation. But I think it's wrong to masquerade as someone who has a certain level of credential because you are breaking public trust, and it's impacting all of us who actually do have credentials, licensure, and degrees. I think it's wrong to build your career to get the kind of authority that comes along with a doctorate degree so that you can get book deals and access to certain platforms and the trust of people that will come to you to seek mental health advice. Now, I'm not saying you don't give great mental health advice. You very well might. But I am saying you used the authority of that degree to get to this place. You also now need to produce proof that you have it. I've seen Cheyenne Bryant on certain interviews saying that it's not her job to prove it and she's not here to prove anything. The only thing she has to prove something to is God. I've seen all of that. But she is wrong. She is making it harder for mental health professionals, and particularly black mental health professionals, and even more specifically, black female mental health professionals, to attain the same authority that she has lied to achieve. And we need to call this behavior out at every single turn. This is wrong, and she needs to stop grifting. That exact same outfit is available on Amazon for $120. And if you're going to put forth the effort to wear that outfit to look like a doctor, if you actually do have the degree, just produce the transcript, just produce the degree, and then everybody will shut up and you can have the authority that you earned. If not, you're just grifting and you're causing far more harm to a greater public, to a larger field than you are willing to acknowledge. And until you do, we need to keep calling it out.
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. If you are actually the doctor you say you are, got the degrees that you got, it shouldn't be hard to find somebody in your graduating class. It shouldn't be hard to produce what you need to produce to shut everybody the figgity up so people can go on about your business. Now, this is the thing. Look, Sexy Sugar Mama said doctor of deception, maybe. Allegedly, what I'm saying is this. She could be very charismatic, influential, very astute, and can expound and pontificate to the highest of pontification. You feel me? And really be smart and intelligent, but you cheapen, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, you cheapen your words, you cheapen your message, you cheapen your appearance, you cheapen your brand and your name by one either allegedly fabricating your credentials or or playing into the narrative. Now I know in this day and age some people play into and or allow negative press to go on because they look at it like positive press or negative press is still pressing and keeps your name out there buzzing in the algorithm or whatever the case may be. But for you that want speaking engagements and appearances and make some money off of that, you don't want to mess your bag up. You don't want to mess your bag up. Go on and really fully pull it out, put it out there before somebody really puts your information out there. If by chance it is false, and you stop getting all these speaking engagements, you get lawsuits. You get some maybe a charge or two put on your jacket for being fraudulent in your in your not appearance, but in how you present yourself, whatever the case may be. If you've crossed any federal or state laws or statutes or whatever the case may be, I'm not putting it on nobody. However, Miss Cheyenne Bryant, doctor that is, go on and clear that up so people can go about their business. And guess what? It might put your bag through the stratosphere by shutting these individuals up. It might shut a lot of these individuals up and turn your bag up on 1,000. You hear me? The music effects got me bugging. The doctor of deception. What's her superpowers? That coconut smile, peep skin. Jeez, why would she embarrass herself, man? Hey, Tookie, I don't know, man. Listen, and that's why I said, she punking us? Is she punking us? Like, if you was gonna go buy a damn a collegiate, graduate gown and all of the like, why don't you go to a specialized site and get a nice, good one or whatever the case may be? I don't even know if that's the colors of her school. I don't know, Nathan. But what I do know, and I don't know whether or not she real or not real, I don't. Big Phil don't got no dog in the fight. However, it's like, damn, step one, stop referring to her as doctor. Factamundo, CBS, Factamundo. He said, step two, repeat step one. Damn it, Jim. D Blade checking from that good H-Town. What's good? They like the mob. Nah, peep scheme. Mark good peoples. Mark good money. Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna do that to Mark good money. I'm just saying, Phil, look at the volume and see what level you have it on, and always keep it on this level. You sound loud and clear. All right, Young Dread, salute. Woo, 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 woo. I got to do a little research on the scene. Brazy, seems crazy. Yeah. Listen, and she has the ability to end it all one way or the other. Say, look, okay, I relent. I'm not really a doctor in the literal sense, but I call myself doctor because of I'm specializing in the way that I speak on the things that I talk about. Or she could definitely in the whispers and gospel and produce everything that she need to produce. Like I said, like the brother said in the video, it should not be hard for her to find somebody that can back up her story, that went to school with her. Because I'm pretty sure if she went to school like she said she did, she was cool with somebody who graduated with her, whatever the case may be. And hopefully it's not a paid actor or actress that she won't get to, you know what I'm saying, to come forward and say, yes, I went to school with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, and she was a wonderful student. No. We want some people that was actually there that can you can open the yearbook or whatever the case may be, say, that's them right there. Huh? Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Brianna Red, Warley Israel, I'm Mr. Lyde, Tracy Newburn. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? No, peepskate, no. Damn it, Jim. Do. We moving on with the move on. Listen, this next video clip, damn it. I title it Sue 'em. Y'all gonna see what I mean in a minute, but this officer is outrageous. Neighborhoods, y'all the ones that are employed to protect and serve the community. So y'all need to get these bad apples.
Video shows an IMPD sergeant holding 18-year-old Dalen Brewer at gunpoint after approaching his car at Riverside Park this past April. It started when Brewer drove into the park to join a large party that police were trying to put an end to. The sergeant went after him and walked up to his car.
We need to leave the park.
They make no movements. They follow all directions. The officer then opens Mr. Brewer's driver's side door and asks him to exit.
Brewer's attorney, Terrence Kennard, said his client, who was legally carrying a gun, went to unbuckle his seatbelt, and that's when the sergeant pulled her gun on him. Backup officers eventually showed up and Brewer was taken into custody. But Kennard says the issues really began when the sergeant filed her report.
She says in a report she files as she's arresting Mr. Brewer that he commits intimidation, that he pointed a firearm at her, and she subsequently also charged him with attempted murder.
Brewer was booked and sat in the Marion County Jail for 4 days. He was released after the prosecutor's office declined to file charges, saying in a court filing the body camera footage does not support the allegations.
To say it scared him would be an understatement. I think it put him in a state of horror and disbelief that most of us could not fathom. Because imagine, one moment you're at the park enjoying the day with your friend, and within an hour you're now looking at the rest of your life in prison because someone made up a statement about you. And not just someone, a law enforcement officer.
Kennard filed a lawsuit on Brewer's behalf, accusing the sergeant of violating his 4th and 14th Amendment rights. He says his client hopes this suit will bring awareness and send a message to the department.
They have to do a better job of making sure that when individuals are charged with policing our community, they do so fairly and honestly.
In Indianapolis, Max Lewis, Fox 59 News.
Sue him. Sue him. It's nights like this, they should wish they would never had did none of that bullshiggity in the first place. Sue they ass. That officer need to be brought up on charges for false imprisonment, filing a false police report, lying, perjury, and all the things. That's it right there, CBS. Lawsuit, sue them. Get your money on, get your coin. Let it be in the start in the 7-figure range and then works, see where they go with it. But a situation like that, listen, ain't nowhere in hell. And then to lie and say the person threatened you, pointed a gun at you, and attempted murder. What the hell was the police sergeant smoking? What was she on, huh? She must have been on that spice. She must have been on that K2. Why would she do the young whippersnapper like that? But hell, he got him a lawyer on his team. Go and get the money. Go and get the money. Creole Cupcake, good morning to ye. Sexy Sugar Mama said, that's a damn shame. That could have caused the other officer to fire on him for nothing. Listen, or that officer, it looked like she was looking for a reason to try to do something. She asked him to get out the car, asked the person to get out the car, the person trying to, I'm talking about, unbuckle the seatbelt and all of a sudden. Man, listen, y'all got to be careful out here because people's motives, agendas, mental psyche are off. And I'm thinking they're not giving such a good mental evaluation to these officers that they used to. They used to put the officers on lie detector tests, give them mental evals as a part of them going being hired on to go through the police academy to even become a full police officer. I'm starting to think they don't even do that no more, huh? I seem like they put a call out. People just line up and they say, okay, you look fit. Okay. Oh, okay. You get accepted. Okay. You denied. Oh, yeah, you could be a part of us. But they not checking into some of these people because some of these people are off. Just like the average citizen. Some average citizens are yui. So is some of them police officers. Just seen a video of a Madison police executing a man in the middle of the road, bike traffic stop. Yeah, I seen that too. Peep Scheme. That shit was horrendous. Horrendous. I seen another video of a girl. I guess somebody else was being arrested or whatever the case may be. And the girl, I guess, was saying, why y'all doing them like this? So one of the officers got her, pushed her down. She got back up and I guess was talking at the officer. The officer went and pursued her, purposely knocked her over a bike that was laying in the street, which could cause injury by itself, and then punched her in the face. That officer need to get up off of that job because she didn't do anything to warrant any of that. When he pushed her down, he wasn't trying to arrest her before he punched her in the face neither. Make that make sense. That officer, I can't show that footage. To me, it's triggering, and I don't know if the censorship of YouTube would allow it. But I was like, these Bama ass niggas here, boy, will make you catch a charge. These police will make you catch a charge. Not all police officers, not all, but police like that will make you catch a charge because you're not just gonna be thumping on me and I'm just like just taking it or whatever the case may be. They are some very unscrupulous people, those type of police. You feel me? You said you seen that? Man, listen. I'm going to keep it pushing. I ain't going to stay there. It's Friday. I'm trying to stay in the all right mood. But some things be triggering. You hear me? Some things be ziggering. Let's see. Where am I at? Do I want to talk about this now or later? I'll wait. But I'm going to talk about this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I got a question for you, right? I got a question for you. Where is it at? Could you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, could you imagine you wake up and find $1.1 million in your bank account by mistake? What would you do? If you get caught with the money, a man made headlines after refusing to return money that was accidentally deposited into his account. Instead of giving it back, he chose to serve 1 year in prison. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Drop your answers in the comment. Would you lay down, pause, for a year in jail to keep money that was put into your account? And to be honest, what's the real charge? He didn't steal nothing. He didn't rob nothing. What are they charging him with? Receiving stolen goods? What is the charge in this situation? Because if the bank did it, it's the bank's fault. They gave him the money. They put the money in his account, whether it was erroneous, shouldn't have never been there, somebody put in the wrong bank account in the deposit, or whatever the case may be. Whose fault in that is that? And would you lay down for 365 of them things for that money? CBS said definitely not spending it. That's fraud, not worth it. Where's the fraud in that though, CBS? How is it fraudulent when he didn't write a bad check? He didn't coerce nobody, put that money in his account. He didn't put on no scheme or scam or nothing to get people to deposit money in his account. The bank did it. So how is that fraud? How? The fraud is the bank. If anybody's fraudulent, it's the bank and their handling of people's money. That's where the fraud lied to me. Take me to jail, please, for the money. CBS said now he got a criminal record. Now, yeah. But hell, what is he? My thing is this, okay. Now, this is my further question, right? Because the bank can put a hold on his account. The bank can put a hold on his account. Was he able to get the money out in time? Because you know, in days like this, you can't just go into the bank and say that I wanna withdraw 1.1 million in cash. You can't say you want to withdraw 1.1 million in cash. Now he could have got a cashier's check. He could have gotten a cashier's check. My question is, could the bank have placed a stop on that cashier's check, even though there's certified funds now? Even though there's certified funds. And now the problem is also the authorities are going to be watching and waiting for him to deposit that money somewhere else. I don't see. I wish I knew the full backstory on this as to whether or not they found the error in a manner of time or right away. Because if they found the error in time and he was able to siphon out money or whatever the case may be, what do they do then? I don't know. The bank could have reversed the deposit, but what if they didn't? He should have hired a lawyer. He had the money. Lady Costanita said he should have hired an attorney. He had the money. But shit, he probably was like, all I'm facing is a year. All y'all can give me is a year, and I ain't got no criminal history. Shit, I'm gonna do this year. When I get out, I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to Costa Rica. I'm going somewhere else. Or the dude might have he might have diverted the funds offshore. Now, then that might be an issue. That might be an issue, CBS. He might have laundered the bread or something. He might have, you know what I'm saying? Let me go hurry and get this on over here. He might have tried to put it on his damn Chime account or something. But when he got home, he got the money. I see, but that's the thing though. Like in a lot of cases like these or whatever the case may be, like bank robberies and things like that, and people get away with the money, but they get locked up. When they come home, the feds are watching your ass. They watching everything you do, big purchases, deposits, and all the things. And if you come up with buying all this and that, they coming after your ass to snatch that stuff. Because a lot of times in cases like these, there's not only are you found guilty of whatever it is you found guilty of, but then there's fines and fees or whatever the case may be. And the fine or the penalty will be whatever it is, the monies that's missing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have too much of the backstory. I do know that Benjamin Crump or somebody that controls his social media posted this on Facebook or whatever the case may be. So I don't know the full backstory. But it begs the question: would you lay down for 365 days if you knew you came home to 1.1 million? Would you? I guess it's no different than going off and doing one of these reality shows or Big Brother's house or whatever the case may be, and getting a check off of that. I guess, right now to CBS's Accord. He said, but now you got a record. But hell, you got 1.1 million. You can go lay down somewhere for 1.1 million. Go to a country like Thailand where you can get you a nice ass apartment, condo, or place for, a few hundred a month. Live low ski, eat some good food, healthy food, or whatever the case may be. Get you a little, you know what I'm saying? Stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Man, go over there with Russell Simmons in Bali somewhere that's non-extraditable and gone out the way. CBS said, I got to read up on the details of this story, so I'm more well-versed. Me too, CBS. Me too, obviously, because listen. But I was like, damn that. And plus, on top of that, y'all, the bank is insured. So it's their error. They got to cover that loss. The bank is insured, federally insured, so they got to cover that loss to whomever money that is, whatever business or personal entity, person or whatever whose money that was supposed to go to their shiznagi, they are responsible for that. So guess what? They got to recompense that money to the weeples. That million better than that record. Whose ever money it is, whose ever money it was. What happens to them? Or they just asked out? No, that's on the bank. Now, on the one hand, Creole, if the person deposited, put in the wrong bank account, or whatever the case may be, then, but I would think they would have to have put the person's name in too. So even if it was a bank wire, or even if it was somebody depositing a check or whatever the case may be, they would have had to put the person's name down. Unless the person had the same name as this brother, I don't know how that worked. So it was somebody's clerical error, and you never know, huh? Look, let me play the advocate. You never know. An employee probably was trying to move some money, might have been trying to do some on the low ski stuff and messed up. And Slim was paying attention to his count and said, bling, pending deposit. He probably like, oh, shiggity. I ain't telling nobody. And when that joint cleared, he probably like, oh, this is an error. They gonna fix this. And when it cleared, he probably like, oh, let me grind on to that bank ASAP like a Rocky and get this cashier's check and get up out of here. Now, my thing is, could that cashier's check be made to be null and void? Now that's the question. The bank is at fault, not him. That's it right there. He must have taken it all out. That's the only way they couldn't get it back, because they take it back out of your account with a quickness. That's what I'm saying right there, sexy sugar mama. It must have taken some days for them to realize it, enough days for him to at least either get a cashier's check or over some time take some checks out, whatever the case may be. Now, my thing is this. Do you go in there and say, let me get some cash, let me get some cash, let me get some cash? Because each time you go in there and get a certain amount of cash, you know, the feds are alerted or whatever anyway, right? Even if it's up on the up and up or whatever, right? Or does he go in there for one swoop and let me get this 1.1 on a cashier's check? I thank you very much. You sure you don't want to invest it in Charles and Schwab's and in IRAs and Roths and all the things? No. I want a cashier's check. 1.1, please. 1.1. Every breath you take, every move you make, they'll be watching you. That's a fact of Mundo. And immediate, look, soon as he seen it pending, his thoughts probably got to race like, oh, damn, I know this is an error, but if it clear, what am I supposed to do? He probably started Googling offshore accounts, non-extraditable locations and locales. Where do I place this money if I could? He probably went and took that cashier's check and took it immediately to a firm or to a overseas banking account broker or whatever the case may be, and got that money put in the Cayman Islands or put somewhere. I'm going to lay down. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, they be like, what you in here for, Slim? Oh, man, listen, man, I had a whole bunch of tickets and couldn't pay them. I'm just laying down for a year. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just laying down chilling. CBS says, shout out to the police. Man, listen. Shout out to them. Shout out to the good. CBS, I say shout out to the good ones, man, that really do a good job and really service the community in the proper way, that protect and serve with capital letters on the serve. Creole said, oh, come on, you have to come with the whole story. That's as much that was put out there, Creole. Matter of fact, like I said, Benjamin Crump put that on his page, or somebody from his team that controlled his social media put it on his page, Creole, on Facebook. I don't know. I don't know the backstory. But what I do know, DC Mama saw is that T-Pain cut his dreads. I don't look like no damn T-Pain. Yeah, Peepskate paid in full. How do they know he didn't have money in his house hidden somewhere and he spends it little at a time and then leave the country and live his life? That's a thing too. But see, that's the thing. That's why the backstory to this is so much more needed. That's why the backstory to this is so much more needed, because we need to know a timeline. We need to know the timeline between the deposit in his account, it clearing in his account, and from whence he got it out the account, and to when they found the error. How long did it take? Did it take instantaneously? Did it take a couple days after it hit his account? Did it take a while? Because whoever deposited into the bank system, whether they were trying to deposit into somebody like his name or whatever they did, and whoever made the error or whatever the case may be, might have been out of the country, might have been taking care of business, might have gotten sick, and it might have taken a little time to say, hold up, where's my money? Or the person could have been rich, uber rich, and it didn't peep it right away to the CPA or accountant over the funds. Say, hold up, there's a discrepancy. By that time, he might have got all the cash up out of there. And like you said, Sexy Sugar Mama had that money hidden. Now, listen, I wouldn't have that money hidden in my house. I would not have that money hidden nowhere in my damn house. It'd be hidden somewhere that ain't up for demolition or possibility of construction or being removed or mutilated or none of the things. It'd be somewhere, all right, but it wouldn't be in my house because I'm pretty sure they came search his house. I'm pretty sure they put out a search warrant or whatever the case may be, looking for some manyan. You hear me? I don't know if they confiscated any of his property or the like. I don't know any of those things. I wish I had that full story for y'all. I wish I did, but more than just the story, it begs the question: would you do it? Would you take the manyan and lay down for a year and come home to $1 million? Especially if you had your family aware, like, listen, I need y'all to hold me down with commissaries and a little bit of visits. I know it's gonna be tough, but after this year, your blessings will arrive. That's compensation for the G messing with us, Lotto. Listen, I meant the music group, the Police stinging them. Okay, CBS. He gave it away in dribs and drabs to his friends and family or those he can trust. Thus, is not his anymore. Nah, I don't know. I couldn't imagine how hard it would be to have to give $1 million back. Man, you sitting there like, man, do I get this shit back? Hell no, the way they've been treating me and treating us. Listen, Creole said, I see you next July. That part, listen. Cuban baby, good morning to ye. Listen. I would plead with my boo-boo bun thing. I would plead with my wife. I'd be like, look, baby. K McCole, good morning. Good to see you. JRPR, good to see y'all. I'm over on the good YouTube. I would say this. For whomever he's with, like, baby, this is going to be some trying times for 365 of them days. But I need you to hold me down. You say you love me, right? This is what I need you to do. Make sure you got your passport on deck. Make sure you got all these things situated, because when daddy come home, or in my case, Big Daddy, when Big Daddy come home, not only am I going to be fit from that year of working out while I'm locked up, but we moving on up and moving on the hell away from here. She go like, what you talking about, Phil? What you talking? I'm talking about, yeah, in a strange way, them that's blessed shall be blessed. Good morning. If I wake up to millions in my bank account, I'm snitching on myself. Call the bank and tell them reverse it ASAP. Look, shout out to you, CBS. Shout out to you. I don't know. I'd have took it as a blessing from above. I'd have said, listen, man, times like this too, when money funny and shiggity is going on and going wrong, days like this, I definitely, I at the end of the day, let's be real, right? No matter what you would have did for real, whether you would have turned the money in or not, no matter if you would have turned the money in or not, you would have at least thought about it one way or the other. What should I do? Should I turn this money in? Should I keep it? One way or the other, you would definitely be thinking about it. You could lie, say you wouldn't. You would lie. CBS, you know you're going to think about it. You know you're going to think. You're going to be like, Before you make that phone call, you're going to have your moment like, should I, would I, could I? Snitching on yourself is brazy. Night vision, huh? Like my daughter said, why block your blessings? A year? When you get home, you out of here. Ooh, that part right there. Biggie said it best. Transfer that money and leave the country. Catch me if you... Hey, peeps, that's what I said. Take it to Costa Rica. Take it to Thailand. Take it somewhere else where the cost of living is low ski. And you know what I'm saying? And have at it. Have at it. Look, Go on and take some of that money and pay up for a couple years. Pay up the money, pay up the mortgage or the rental cost for a couple years on some property overseas in whatever country or whatever the case may be. Now the only problem is after after that year, we not taking into consideration whether he's being put on probation or parole or whatever the case may be or whatever the case may be. So he might not be able to just legally up jump the boogie. You know what I'm saying? He might got to stick and stay for a moment, depending on what he was found guilty of, whatever the case may be. But he might have had to wait before he up jumped the boogie. So you pay up a couple years or so on that property or whatever the case may be. And and eventually, as soon as that time is up, be like, I see you when I see you. And you don't know if they snatch his passport and all that. So then he going to have to find some unscrupulous ways to get out the country. It's all kinds of things that come with that. So it's something that make you think, though. Something to make you think. CBS will be sitting on his private island somewhere, sipping on a drink, making memes. Aha! That part. That part. Excuse me. Do. For those tapping in and tuning in, like, what the hell is Phil talking about? This is episode 332 of them things, ladies and gentlemen. 332 of them things. The hypocrisies of ideology, huh? It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Lord have mercy. All pun intended. As y'all can see, I always put thought into my thumbnails. I put thought into my thumbnails. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it, huh? The hypocrisies of ideology, huh? I'll talk about that near the end, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That's what today's episode is titled. Hold on, I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but yeah, I said today is episode 332 of them things, hypocrisy of ideology. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it, huh? And I was saying I put effort and thought into the imagery because I want the picture painted vividly, whether we're speaking on it directly in the show itself or I'm trying to make statements to make you think about what it is you're seeing. Huh? Because imagery lives on in one's mind. So that's why I put together this thumbnail and other thumbnails the way that I do or whatever. But the hypocrisies of ideology, it's cool when they do it, but a problem when I do it. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, though. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit. It's not his fault. It's the banks. What would they charge him with? That's the same question I asked Sexy Sugar Mama. That's the same question. What would be the charge? CBS said fraud. There is no fraud because he didn't defraud nobody. He didn't defraud nobody. He didn't steal nothing. They gave it to him. Now they can say that by him withdrawing the funds, maybe receiving stolen goods, and maybe that's why he only could get a year. Maybe that's why he could only get a year, because in some states, I think receiving stolen goods only carry a penalty of up to a year in jail or whatever the case may be. And think about it. What if he did want to get another job and he tell him, well, what happened was I woke up to some money in my account and, what am I supposed to do? Listen, what would you do? I'm just saying, but yeah, what would be the real charge? He couldn't have defrauded the bank. He couldn't have wire frauded. He couldn't have did bank fraud. He couldn't have did theft or grand theft because he didn't steal. I guess theft maybe because the funds wasn't his, but they deposited into his account. So that's the bank's fault. If anybody committed something, it was the bank. Whether just you want to say an error or somebody's unscrupulous moving them of funds or whatever the case may be, and he just happened to be the recipient of it. Listen, like I said, I don't care what y'all think. I don't care how righteous you are, how self-righteous you are, or how upstanding and astute you are. You're going to think about that. I wouldn't care if you was a minister, a preacher, a monk, a bishop, a pastor. Hell, I wouldn't. Definitely, if he was Donald Trump, you keeping that. He found it in his account. He thought it was a blessing unless he worked or knew someone that worked in the bank. Facts. Now, that's a whole nother story. Sexy Sugar Mama. Then that's when all the bullshit happens. But he damn sure wouldn't get a year for that. If he was working in cahoots with somebody, oh, nah, he going to get way more time than that, buddy. That's a fact of Mundo. But I'm going to keep it pushing. Do 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 do. So I need to go find that old lady who dropped that $100 bill, even though when I called out to her to her, she cursed me. I remember, look, in the day's time, you got to be leery of picking up money you find on the ground. But back in the days, Jack, I done found 5s, 10s, 20s, hundos, like $100 bills that somebody done lost back in the days. In this day and age, you got to be leery picking it up because this is some sick people out there. But some people done lost some cash back in the days. Charlie Hustle said, I'm withdrawing it all the same day. They would have had me. I'm going in there to get my cash in check, huh? Because they're not going to give you cash. They're not going to give you no cash. One, if you was trying to get that amount of cash sent, they would have to do a special request, which would include some of them doing some background looking and ordering the money sent to the bank by armor guards or whatever the case may be. You ain't going to no bank and say, let me get 1.1 million in cash. It ain't happening. Not in this day and age. It's not. I will say this though. Moving on, man. Listen. AB. Hey, Bizzle. Hey, about billions, Bronner. Hey, B, and these are all allegations. All the allegations, you know. Adrian Broner, the former boxer who won multiple titles at different weight classes, is being sued for sexual battery. Now, all this is allegedly. No, he's not allegedly being sued, but the allegations are, they are alleged allegations. A woman named Havana Saint is suing Broner, claiming he invited her and her friends to an after party on June 2nd, 2026. This just happened, where he encouraged her to drink heavily. In the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Saint says she got too drunk to drive home, and she took Broner up on an offer to stay at the home where the after party took place. And that's you'd have to go online to get the rest of it. I guess he, I don't know, touched her, did something to her, or whatever the case may be, but I don't even want to read no more. Adrian Broner. People watching you in real time, seemingly trying to rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and allegedly stop drinking and start training to get your life back or whatever the case may be. You started getting a bag with doing this kick and streaming and stuff with Dean the Great and the whole 9 yards. I've always said to me it was suspect that you and him, hey twin, dressing up like twins, like y'all Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I said that was weird. And some of the content was suspect. But overall, I was definitely proud at the way you maneuvering and trying to regain yourself, and to get Dean to regain himself in some capacities and be an influence for others to improve their life. I admire that, and I think that's dope. But I don't know if you were fully aware of what was going on or what went on, if anything went on. And the fact that y'all kept a bunch of these women around and keep women around, and there's drinks and other things going on. You got to know that some people, I'm not saying that she's not on point, but I don't know why she didn't file charges if this was the case, right? Why go straight to the lawsuit? However, you got to understand some women are out for gain. Some women are out to destroy you. or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that that's the instance. It could be on the flip side of the coin. AB, you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And just because you was a champion, just because you was a celebrity, just because you are in the limelight yet again with this streaming stuff, don't give you the right to demand or force your hand on anybody. If that be the case, you don't have the right to do that, my brother. And I don't stand with nobody that Essie actually assaults nobody. I don't stand with nobody on that. I don't stand with nobody on that. Right, Charlie Hustle. I'm hoping it ain't true. And my thing is this, Rashad Houston, home team, what's good? He like the mob. What's good? My thing is this, something to think about. Why, to our knowledge, why she didn't go to the police first? Why she go straight to a lawsuit? Night visit must have read my mind. He said, ain't no money in charges. Ain't no money in the charges. But I would think a jury would ask the same question first and foremost. Why didn't go file charges first and then file the lawsuit? Some people are going to think about that. I hope that AB get through this. I hope he don't have to pay this female no money. I hope he don't settle out of court or whatever the case may be, because all it's going to do is make him look guilty just by settling out of the court. You've seen other people that have done it, and what it's done to their careers, a lot of them. Some people have not been able to rebound after settling out of court for allegations or whatever the case may be, especially when it comes to sexual assaults and all wording and all the things or whatever the case may be. We definitely don't condone that. I think that's some sucker-ish and the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. I definitely do. And AB, I hope, like I said, I hope that you're vindicated. I hope that you're vindicated, my brother, because this is not a good look at all. Not a good look. With that being said, I'm going to leave that alone for now because I don't have no further information on it. I'll look into it more. Maybe we might talk about it Monday or at a later date or whatever the case may be. But until that time and date, this next Bama gets the This Bama Here Award. This sick, depraved Bama gets the This Bama Here Award. Who am I talking about? Check it out. You'll see in a second.
This Bama here.
The man you're looking at allegedly, this man you're looking at here allegedly, not allegedly because he's got life imprisonment. Leslie Price, 41 of Princeton, Texas, was found guilty of prohibited sexual conduct in a Collin County, of prohibited sexual conduct. Collin County DA Greg Willis announced. Collin County is the same place where the controversial Carmelo Anthony case has presided. An investigation began after Price's 17-year-old daughter came forward in 2024, reported that her father had sexually assaulted her while she was living with him in Princeton. Officers then discovered that she was 3 months pregnant. Police said Price's daughter gave birth in March 2025, and DNA samples from Price confirmed he was the father of his grandchild. This sick son of a bitch, excuse me, YouTube censorship, this sick bastard here, I hope they find out about him, where he going or where he's at, because this sick bastard here need to be dealt with. I hate to say it, man, be smarter. I know I'm late, but proper protocol is to report it. If his account was in the negative for $1 million, he would have went to the bank to find out what happened. So the same applies to an unusual credit. I get that, CL. I get that. Hey, Charlie Hustle, definitely trifling. They gave him life. As the picture says, North Texas man gets life in prison for impregnating teenage daughter. Can you believe it? Police said Leslie Price, 41, had Googled how his 17-year-old daughter could get an AB at an age of consent in Texas. Ain't that a... She had the baby. She had the baby. By the report, Night Vision, she had the baby. And that's probably how they got the DNA sample, because I don't know if they stuck that needle through her umbilical cord to get the DNA that way or whatever. Turn him over to the clan. Yeah, that's somebody the clan they do something with. Hell, that's somebody we need to. My thing is this: we got to stop. We got to stop capping and caping for people just because they are our skin tones or our race or of our culture. Shit like this should not be tolerated. Shit like this should not be cool. Shit like this should not. There should not be near an excuse made for garbage like this. Drunk, sober, high, not. Stuff like this should not one excuse be accepted or offered towards no garbage like this. Not a one. Not a one. Not a one. I'm not gonna stick here and stay on this conversation too long because it's triggering. Because like I said, I don't like people that do stuff like this. I don't like it. I don't tolerate it. And no, I'm gonna get off of it real quick. Pause. No diddy. But what I am saying is, all skin folk ain't kin folk, and he's definitely not one. Your daughter? Your daughter. Are you serious? You serious? Bruh. I'm going to leave it alone, but what I got to say about that. And I'm on to the next. Whoo, got the woosah. Whoo. Because I want to cuss to the highest of custivity. I'm pissed off at the highest of festivity in seeing this story. And there's so much more I want to say, but I don't want to get my live shut down. I don't want to get my YouTube banned. I don't want to jump out there and just say just any old thing. I don't. Right, very triggering, very triggering. With the death penalty for all worders and sexual abusers, facts. Oh, damn, they in Texas too, so they probably wouldn't even let her get in the AB if she wanted. Wow. Where's her mother, Creole? That's a good question. Zolan, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. This next conversation. Yeah, woosah. This next story is dealing with a honey of the 80s and 90s. Halle Berry, who has since raised questions as to why her relationships always crumble, why her marriages always fall by the wayside, why, and all the things. There's a story going on now that she did an interview, and I'm not putting the video up visually. I'm gonna let you listen to it. I want you to pay attention to her, how she sound, and how she's presenting this story of something that she says she contracted or whatever the case may be, and the way she's speaking on it, almost like she's doing a PR campaign for it. And the thing at hand is, one, I don't know if she's trying to get in front of something, or is she trying to out the dude if he did give it to her, or is she trying to save face? I don't know. The Creole, you about to see in a second. Lord have mercy. I call this one Holy Halle Herb. Holy Halle Herb. No, Halle Berry. Hallelujah.
We have a year of great sex. All of a sudden, at the end of that year, we're having great sex. I wake up in the morning and I cannot go to the bathroom. I'm sitting there and I just can't go. It's like, it's the most excruciating pain I've ever felt. And I thought, what the heck is going on? I look down there. It's blown up. It looks like something it's never looked like before. And I thought, my God, what has happened to me? So the first thing, of course, you do, you go to the doctor. I go to the doctor that I've known a long time, and I say, what is happening here? And he's like, well, he looks up there and he says, well, I know what this is. And I'm like, you do? What is it? He said, well, this is the worst case of herpes I think I've seen. And I'm like, herpes? What do you mean herpes? And not that herpes is a bad thing, but you think that's something you want to tell a girl, like you got herpes. I said, oh my God. He said, yeah, it's herpes. I'll do the test. It'll come back in 72 hours, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is herpes. So my guy, Van, is downstairs in the car because he had driven me to the doctor's office. He's down there in the car. I get in the car and I'm looking at him and I'm like, hey, so you got herpes?
Oh, God.
And he's like, I don't have herpes. I'm like, no, you do have herpes because I have herpes now and I didn't have herpes before I knew you. So you have herpes. And he's like,
That's
no.
a fun conversation.
It's a very fun conversation with the love of your life of a year. And I said, no, you do. And he said, nobody's ever told me that. So I'm like, well, let me be the first to tell you, man, you have herpes. And now you've given it to me. And so we're in the car and we're driving and we're just mad and we don't know what to say to each other. So I say to him, look, you need to go get a test. We need to see what's going on here. So he runs right to the doctor. He gets a test. So for 72 hours as a new couple, we are just, not that herpes is the end of the world because it's not, but you should tell each other that. So we had issues with trust. We didn't know who had the herpes, who gave the herpes. So 72 hours, he gets his results back first. He doesn't have herpes. So he's looking at me like, well, looks like you gave me herpes.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, damn, I think I gave him herpes. But how did that happen? So then an hour later, my doctor calls me and says, I said, I know, I got herpes. He said, no, you do not have herpes. And I said, I don't? He's like, no. And this was my aha moment that changed the second act of my life because I said, then what is it? And he said, I don't know. And I thought, how can you not know? You're the doctor. You don't know what this is. And he said, I truly don't. And that's all he said. And he hung up the phone. And I sat there with myself and with my new man, and I thought, this is not okay. I have to go on my own mission to figure out what this is and educate myself. And that's when I realized that what I was suffering from was dry vagina syndrome, because in perimenopause, over 50% of women get dry everything, dry eyes, dry mouth, and dry vagina. And all of those were dry on me. And that's when I realized if I had this little information, and I argue I've had one of the best doctors, and he is one of the best doctors in California, but it's not his fault. He wasn't educated. He had a chapter of studying the menopausal body in medical school, one chapter, half a day, right? So he didn't know, not his fault really at the time, but that's when I realized I had to use my platform, use my voice. I had to not only educate myself, but I had to sort of start to be able to help other women understand. And I had to break open this conversation. I had to start talking about it. I had to be loud, right? I had to be unafraid to tell this very kind of embarrassing story because we had to start the conversation, and I had to make women okay to talk about it as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Hallie, for sharing that.
And by the way, when I said I was going to have this conversation, all the people in my life that, helped me manage my career, they all were like, oh, I don't know if you want to go talking about menopause. That's going to just end your whole shit. And I thought, well, then my whole shit will end, but I'm going to talk about what's important to me as a woman. And I'm going to talk about this time of my life. And if my movie career ends, I've had a good one. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Now, in hearing that, I get y'all say, whoo, not Holly Berry, hallelujah. But I want to ask the ladies that are in the room, right, of a certain age, or whatever the case may be, any lady for that matter, but definitely ladies of a certain age that might be going through premenopause, going through menopause, or perimenopause, postmenopause, whatever, right? What does you having a dry vagina, dry punani twani, got to do with the problem with you using the bathroom? Now riddle me that part, because something about that story still don't stick out. Like, okay, you got cobwebs. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You're going through the changes in the waterfalls ain't falling like they supposed to. You ain't, what I'm saying, moisturized up in them walls like you should be. But what the hell has that got to do with it hurting when you go to the bathroom? Please, please, and I'm not trying to be funny, ladies. If anybody would like to answer, what does one thing got to do with the other? Because something about this story don't sound right. What the hell, baby? That doctor would have lost his license behind that. What if your man lost it after you told him he had herpes and gave it to you, and then he didn't have it and neither did you? That's true. That's true. And but then she said, and you know, herpes ain't the end of the world anyway. It's okay. Like what? Like what? When does having herpes be okay? Now you can deal with it. Yes, you can. There's medication to keep the outbreaks down and all of that, and all the things. But what are you saying? That's reckless to say in open form as is. Lady Cosinini said, I'm perimenopause and I'm never dry. Ooh, say that again, Lady Cosinini. She said, I'm never. Zolan, right. It don't sound right. Like, what does one thing got to do with the other? Please, ladies, inform me. I ain't even trying to be funny. He probably just went crazy on her and she was a little more swollen. Yeah, yeah. If you doing what you do, that thing can get swole up now. The thing can get swole up. He pouting at you like, you didn't have to do me like that. Yeah. Look, Night Vision said, call me, Holly. We can figure it out together. If it's dry, I'm sure it probably hurt. The sex part, yes. But what about using the bathroom? Using the bath. What does PP got to do with the other part? That's what I need to know. What is the it's supposed to be moist. Oh shit. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen. Yeah. But what does the PP part got to do with the love canal? I'm just saying she may have a night of sex that caused irritation that would cause swelling like being burnt, like a breast burn or whatever. I agree with Lady. That thing don't get dry, but every woman is different. Herpes is not curable. Hell yeah, it's a bad thing. Yes, it's manageable. It is definitely bad. That's exactly it. Yeah, I'm just lost too. Please educate us, fellas. Why would the doctor think it was herpes? That's my thing too. Because one, it hold on. Just by you having a swollen vagina, ladies, would not indicate within in itself a sexually transmitted disease or infection, first and foremost. So that's why I say something about the story doesn't sound right. Because one, okay, did she have a discharge? What was the other things going on? And the fact that she said it hurt when she used the bathroom, well, that could have been a UTI, I guess, right, ladies? That could have been a UTI. However, the equation of it having something to do with the menopausal actions of you being dry in your love canal, what that don't make sense to me. Now I'm a man, so I don't know. I know a lot about the Punani 20, but I don't know that. So please inform us, fellas. If it's swollen, it can make your urine come out slow. It might have been too rough. Okay. I was just thinking all the men she was left that have left because of the irritation. Interesting. That's it right there, Creole. I think she's leaving some of the story out. Because ain't no doctor in the right mind, and I'm pretty sure this is a doctor she's had for a good minute. I'm pretty sure this is a doctor she's used for a long time, right? Ain't no doctor gonna risk their licensing, I don't think they will, especially not with somebody that got some power and some pull and some notoriety, to just throw something out there just frivolously. What else could have been going on besides the puffiness of the lips and the area of the moose knuckle? Yeah, I'm talking about that will lead him to believe that she probably got the herp and jerp. Was there some kind of discharge? Something is missing from this conversation. Something is missing from this conversation. I don't know. Yeah, peeps getting silly. But for the doc to just look at it and say, that's crazy, where's the gynecologist? That's what I'm saying. Something just ain't right. Just ain't right. Lady Costanita said, I think highly crazy and telling stories for attention. Because, yeah, her whole demeanor on herpes and how like nonchalant and cool she was. But, yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's not bad. Like, lady, have you bumped your mother ever hair? How you bunch of, and I don't know how she approached her dude in the car, but the way she talked about it is that she casually said, "So, did you got herpes? Like what? 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 Think about that, ladies. Think about that, ladies. Think about that. I'm gonna use me. I ain't gonna use no other fellas. Ladies, you date me. Your doctor say you got that herpes jerp. You get in the car. I'm waiting in the car. You mean you gonna say, so Phil, you got herpes? Hell no, not no sister. I know she gonna get in the car. She gonna go off. Now I know you. I know you didn't. I know you wasn't out here doing this. I probably try to go upside my head. I don't know. Something about this just ain't right. Her body could have been rejecting him. She had irritation from whatever else they may have been using. True, true. He might have threw her pH balance off, and or BV or whatever the case may be. It could be a number of things, coupled with, you know, issues of menopause or whatever the case may be. I don't know. So because of the irritation, it might have left some abrasions, maybe. Yeah, abrasions, but discharge. That's what I'm saying. It's got. That whoever was interviewed, I would have had to ask more questions. I would have had to ask more questions. I'd have been like, well, hold up. Why would the doctor just summarily just say that he feels that you got herpes? Was this some kind of discharge or smell, or was there lesions, or what was going on down there? What besides the swollen lips? Pause, no diddy. Besides the swollen lips, what else was going on down there? Phil, again, something don't sound right. Menopause has nothing to do with her going to the. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. What what if this just a rollout for a podcast or a book? Could be, but it'd be a effed up way to do it though. Just life, but these are the times that we live in. Just life. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. I would have went in the car flipping. The average woman would have. The lady Colson, even the most serene woman probably would have gotten that car and went the hell off. Probably lost her mental capacity on that brother. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I know you didn't. And I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. He would have been getting these hands. Curious, I know you effing lying. Now it's like PC's eye. Now I can't even fantasize about her anymore. Right? She too calm about the story or whatever. She never said discharge. But that's what I'm at. No. She never said discharge, Tyler Cole. What I'm asking is, if was there some discharge in the examination? Puffy lips alone ain't enough for a doctor to say, girl, you got herpes. To say my early prognosis is that you got herpes. There is no way on God's green earth that that would be a thing. None. And most doctors, when you go in with problems with your punani, they have to see it. They have to see it and examine and look to see what's going on. They're not just going off of your what you're telling them. This is not a teledoc situation where she calls in or video chats and says, these are the symptoms I'm having and I don't know what's going on, or this is what it looks like. She went into the doctor. This is what she said. She went into the doctor, put the legs on the stirrup, and this is what he said. So I'm wondering if there was any discharge involved. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. Doesn't herpes show clusters? Again, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Something seems to be missing from this story. One way or the other. One way or the other. Whether she don't have it or whether she do have it. Chris, what's goody like the mob? What's up, young Padawan? I see you. Lonzo, what's goody? I see you. I'm over on the good YouTube streets. What's goody like the mob? Yeah, I would have went off. You think I would have seen some bumps on my piece? That part. Well, when you beat the cat up enough, it's like getting into a fight and you punching the dude in the face and the eyes swell up. I understand. Listen, I understand about the swollen punani. I understand about that. I understand about that wholeheartedly. That's not my problem. That's explainable. And that's highly explainable. The swole lips, the swole area. Pause, no diddy. I understand all that, but it's unless this doctor is a crackpot, unless her doctor is some you, like unless her doctor is brazy, it's no way a doctor is going to summarily give a pre-diagnosis before checking the cultures and all that to say, I could almost say with a certainty you got herpes. No doctor that I know of, unless you went to a crackpot side street doctor, was going to say nothing like that. None. Perimenopause have you bugging because I ran to the doc twice, like my stuff feels a little off. Feeling a little off is cool. But where do we get from the swollen lips, swollen moose knuckle, to saying I could almost put my career on the fact that you got herpes. Or I would almost bet that you got herpes. So now we know Holly don't have the good. She probably had tearing from the sex. Okay, all right, cool. What does tearing from the sex have to do with a pre-diagnosis of herpes, though? She said he looked at her and instantly said that's what it is. He then said that he was going to run a test and get back to her. Right. Something he saw would make him say that beyond swollen punani lips. Beyond swollen punani lips. Think about that, ladies. I don't care how old you are, how young you are. But this is more of a conversation for ladies of a certain age. Yes, rough sex, hard sex, constant sex, repeated sex will swole them lips the hell up. I understand that. But swollen lips are not, I ain't never heard of swollen lips being a symptom for herpes, to even be considered to be herpes. Do you hear what I'm saying? I don't ever remember the symptoms, swollen punani lips being a symptom of herpes for him to even say that. Don't you have to get a blood test for that? Because there are other sexually transmitted diseases that can look like. That's aha, Lady Cosanita, aha. Y'all think that I have issue with the fact that her punani lips are swollen and all the things. Nah, I understand that. I get that. The dryness, I get that. Now, one of the questions I did have was, how would that affect the urination? So y'all kind of answered that, but that was a real question that I had as a man. I really had that question. But the fact that the doctor pre-diagnosed her with herpes by looking at it, it couldn't have been just from swollen lips. It could not. Come on now. Think about what I'm saying. Just by saying, oh, yes, it's inflamed. This is herpes. Like, nah, come on, doc. Not too much on Holly. She got to make the news to get them roles now at her advanced age. Night vision. Aha. How did he diagnose it with he did look at her. He did look at her, sexy sugar mama. But he did take, he either took cultures and or blood work. He had to take cultures and or blood work. He had to do that. Something to test. So now you can just look and say it's herpes. Something's just not right about this story. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hallie texting him like, stop talking about that mama JJ. She's a celebrity that's in this. Yeah, all right. Holly Berry. Hallelujah. Now, everything that I'm talking about is all alleged, ladies and gentlemen. But you heard her mouth. She said what she said. And she said what the doctor said. Most of the time, them Hollywood docs do be weird as F. She got her doctor from Timu. The only way a person can be diagnosed without an outbreak is through blood tests. Facts. Facts. Said that was Michael Jackson doctor. Damn it. She left out the part about him packing big meats or whatever the case may be. Pause, Sarah Lynn. Wait, look at you thinking about that. Y'all, I'm not stuck on the swollen vajayjay. I'm not stuck on that part. That's easily explained. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, the aunties and up can't take that kind of. Yeah, I'm thinking about how herpes looks from all the pictures I've seen, and it looks like blisters. How would he think it would? That's Charlie Hustle. That's the question I'm asking. That's something else had to be there for him to pre-diagnose it. Is that, did she have a ringworm on her punani or something? And he said, "Oh, herpes." What else was going on? Was there some kind of funny looking discharge? You know, because discharge can be normal for ladies or whatever the case may be. Certain colors of discharge. Did she have funny looking discharge? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She said he told her it looked like the worst case of. Miss Scat Pack, welcome to the show. Now do y'all get it? Ain't no doctor in his right mind, unless she bullshitting totally with this whole story. Something about it just don't sit right. She said he told her it looked like the worst case of herpes he ever seen. So that means it would have to be lesions, breakouts, rashes, blisters, ugly, possibly green or some other color discharge. It would have to be something. That's what I'm getting at. Forget the swollen lips. I done swole up some lips. That ain't about nothing. Okay, so if she said she had an infection and she scratched herself, she would be swollen. Herpes can look like lesions. A cut can appear as lesions. When has a cut appeared like a lesion? When has a cut appeared like a lesion on anybody? Y'all Google what lesions look like in a cut. Now, a cut can have redness around it, but I don't think that it could be no lesion. Amsterdam, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Right, Charlie Hustle. Sarah Lynn, you're going to have to prove that one to me. Pause, because lesions to me look a little different than cuts. Yes, a cut can become inflamed as well. Yes. However, a doctor should know the difference between a cut and a lesion. A lesion doesn't have a slash in it. A lesion doesn't have a certain looking tear to it. I'm just saying. Google herpes lesions. It's not just bumps. I'm looking at. Yeah, it's not just bumps. It's not. But a cut has a tear to it in some capacity, no matter how minute or large, whether it's straight or jagged or ragged. Lesions are not defined or pictured as cuts. So Look, Lady Costa said, okay, can we get off of Hallie? Look, I see I done triggered some people. I'm sorry. Y'all probably like, you a man. You don't understand what's going on with the female anatomy and all the things. I'm just saying. What? They missing the point. People keep thinking that I'm talking about the swollen punani or the irritation from rough sex or dry walls. That's not what I'm talking about. Not what I'm talking about. Well, I guess she won't be in Avengers Doomsday now. Or maybe the doctor never saw a fat kitty cat and thought, man, if that doctor either was a crackpot she lying or all of the story is not there. Either that doctor's a crackpot, she's lying, or all of the story is not being released. I'm gonna let it go though. She had issues with her stuff. I would have never said that on a podcast. Hold up. Why you getting upset? I have stirred up a hornet's nest. Oh no. Listen.
We have
As I
a year
said,
of
right,
great sex.
the
All of
name
a
of this,
sudden, at the end of that year, we're having
oops, I didn't
great
mean to
sex.
do
I wake
that.
up in the morning
Hold on.
and
I'm
I
not trying to go
cannot
back down memory lane
go
with
to the
this.
bathroom.
We didn't did all that. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to put this one up. This is episode 322 of them things, hypocrisies of ideology. It's cool when they do it, a problem when I do it. Listen, people need to take a look in the mirror, ladies and gentlemen, and assess themselves as to what they like and dislike, how they want to be treated, and how they treat others, right? Some people have a problem when they are either exposed, talked about, ridiculed, corrected, critiqued, but always want the compliments. But they do it to others, but they do it about others, but they do it for and include in on others, or whatever the case may be. Somebody said not boomerang Marcus. and I'll say this. Hold on, pause. Phil, we got you. She never mentioned discharge, so something else was going on. She is not telling. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Anyway, I'm getting off of it. As I was saying, we got to be mindful, right? People want to hold you to people want to hold you to a standard that they don't themselves hold up themselves. They want to hold you to a standard that they themselves don't hold up themselves. Never allow yourself to be boxed in, backed up in a corner, or held to a higher regard than the person that's holding you carries themselves. Don't allow yourself to be boxed in, pigeonholed, pushed into a corner by people that do the exact same thing they got a problem with you doing. Don't allow yourself to become the sacrificial lamb for individuals that do the exact same thing that they're trying to convict you of. Don't allow yourself to be belittled, prosecuted, judged, or ridiculed because you don't play ball and soothe their souls or their needs, but they disregard yours. Don't allow yourself to be influenced or swayed by people that pick and choose what and who they align themselves with and what causes they back up and what things they stand on when they're not doing it on an equal playing field. Be mindful of those that actually stand on a soapbox when it only benefits them or about them, but could care less when the same thing is done to somebody else. Don't do it. Don't do it. In this world, none of us are perfect. We all flawed. We all got issues. We may handle things properly, and some things we may not handle properly. Some people we entertain, we should, and some people we entertain, we shouldn't. Some things and opportunities and jobs we take on, we should, and some we shouldn't. But be careful of the people and the individuals that say one thing out of their mouth and do another thing out of their actions. And sometimes we're all guilty of it. But be mindful. Be mindful. Especially of those that cry wolf and they have indeed gnawed their teeth and bit at sheep. Woo! 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 Who and or hold their friends to the same standard. Aha! Night vision. Aha! Feel like, let me see for myself. You know, Dr. Feelgood got to get down there, lady, because need to see what's going on. Huh? Just be mindful, because some people ain't all there. No matter what they present, No matter what they exude, some people ain't all there. And if it don't serve their need or their purpose, and or they're trying to drum up attention and or content and or whatever the case may be, they'll try to make you look away, but then just hold up a block to the mirror so they can see themselves and the things they done that were exactly the same thing they had problems or issues with. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. On this Friday, make sure you're living your life, more abundantly. Make sure you pursue your passion, but more importantly, your purpose. And don't let nobody tell you what you can be or what you can't be. Don't let nobody's bad mouthing become a curse over your life and over your situations and over your well-being, because people will curse the very blessing out of your life if you allow them to. Rebuke it from where it stands. Get ye from around me. Get yourself from around them. Or don't entertain the bullshittery. Let them have at it. Let them have at it. I saw that in Amsterdam. Let them have at it. Some people do things out of jokes and fun and giggles and all that. But some people got other motives and agendas, and you get utilized or used as a puppet in their play, in their own hypocrisies of ideology, just like the title say. We all got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Look at the man in the and or the woman in the mirror and decide, am I being a hypocrite? Am I living what I'm saying? Am I trying to better myself? Am I condemning somebody for the very thing that I do? Am I allowing myself to look away because I'm mad at him or mad at her because they said this, that, and the third, but I done said something about them, or I done said the same thing about somebody else? And they say what goes around comes around, right? People forget that, right? It's okay when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Be careful of those individuals. Be careful of those individuals. Because you never know. You never know. You never know. But one thing I do know is this internet is full of a whole lot of faking and frauding and a whole lot of bullshittery and a whole lot of self-centered mess. And it's easy to find a scapegoat. It's easy to find a target, especially when you're running from something, especially when you're hiding from something, especially when you're trying to wear a mask or veil over your own shortcomings or mental deficiencies or insecurities. Let this be a verbal lesson for some to just pay attention, right? Pay attention and watch how people move, right? And if they move a certain way with other individuals, you should know that's how they're going to move with you. And understand, people, if you do unto others as you would have them do unto you, then one or two things. Then you'll hope that it's reciprocated properly, right? And in like kind. Or the flip side of that, if you do unto others as you would have them do unto you, you can't get mad when they do unto you what you've done to them. You can't get mad at somebody that does unto you as you have done unto them, even if it's done in a different manner. I always say you can't smack somebody in the face and get mad because they ball their fist or punch you in your mouth and you lost a couple of teeth. You can't get mad at that. You might not like it. You might be upset. Why you had to punch me? The point of the matter is, if you never raised your hand and smacked me, I would have never had to punch you in your mouth and you never would have lost some teethuses. But if you treat others how you want to be treated, you forego all that. June, Party Mode Live. What's good, my uptown homie? Hope all is well. What's goody like the mob, my brother? I ain't forgot about you. We do need to tap in. We do need to talk too, my brother. I'm glad to see you. But yeah, if people would operate under that saying, treat others as you want to be treated. Respect others how you want to be respected. As soon as you veer from that, You can't get mad at when others veer from that. If you treat others how you want to be treated and you treat them nasty, you treat them shady, you treat them like a snake, your tongue and your mouth paws is vicious like a dragon, you're disrespectful, you talk bad about them, you sneakily throw shots whether you're in their face or not, then you can't get mad when the shoe is on the other foot. You can't, if you hang around individuals that date and you call yourself friends or having a close or good relationship with somebody and you hella cool with somebody else that they are at odds with, and you know that person is really transgressed. I ain't talking about just some argument or some disagreement, because that happens, right? But that other person transgressed or whatever the case may be, you can't get mad at somebody else for doing the same thing. You can't. You can't. I don't, because we human. We can talk to and be cool with whomever we feel like being cool with. See the BS, don't be the BS. I like that, CBS. See the BS, pay attention. Don't be the BS. I like that. I kind of feel like anyone who adds another in their content is basically using others. Sometimes it's paid, but oftentimes it's not. Amsterdam said, you can say that again. I'm just saying, a lot of people swear up and down it's all shits and giggles when they do it, but when the giggles get to shitting on their ass, then it's a problem. And that's the problem. Hey, I'm not going to be on this soapbox. I'm going to get on up out of this Friday. I came in the door late. Again, I apologize. I overslept, and still I rise, and I rose to the occasion. Pause, no diddy, and came before you to present this morning's show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed today's show. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Again, like I started this show, I hope you make this day the best day ever. And while you at it, plan, plot, and strategize that if you're so blessed to wake up tomorrow, that you make it an even better day than today. That part, huh? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what I like to say. Smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon to the next time we could chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that MFing day, baby, I holla. I see y'all tonight on Feel the Love Friday. Ooh.
We're one big happy family. We're G. One big happy family.
Just stay on the one, crazy.
Hey, thank you for tuning in.
Time is money, peep scheme. I would, but
make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speed.
yeah. Jay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all get on up out of here. Enjoy your Friday, whether you at work or you home chilling. Whatever the case may be, have at it, like I like to say. I'll see y'all tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel the Love Fridays. Bring your grown man, bring your grown woman. You know what I'm saying? It's the adult conversation. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. Listen, I'll talk to y'all tonight. We're going to have at it tonight, too, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a good Friday. Make it a good weekend. That's that right there, CBS. I'm out of here. Peace. You feel?